So welcome to our home for Vermont Sturgeon Chat Dynasty. We did wheel spins for the team a week ago, and as you can see by our team overalls, we're not very good. We're a 4-star team, but that was by default. I got to select that. We are not gonna be good. And I'm not really sure. How far are we from kickoff? I don't know, a couple minutes probably. We're not gonna spend too long on this. Well, I guess maybe we'll drag it out, I don't know. But, no, the offense is gonna have to do a lot of heavy, work. They're gonna have to really just take the load here, because the defense ain't gonna do it. Quarterback, we got 275 overalls. Obviously, Ash is gonna be the starter with the elite dev, and the fact that she would probably kill us if I put Scarlet Pumpernickel in that top spot. But what do you know about me? That I'm never gonna give the nod to Scarlet Pumpernickel unless I absolutely have to. At running back, we have just one chat redeemed running back at the moment. I think there was one redeemed. I'm not sure if I want to wait till season 2 or put that player in at some point. But you'll actually also notice, and I don't even know if we touched on this guy in wheel spins. This is a I don't know if anyone's ever seen the videos. I don't even remember who did those anymore. Glassbones Greg is here, at least our version of Glassbones Greg. He is fast. He can move okay. That's it. He can't even... I know the original Glassbones Greg could still spin move. This one cannot. So this is bad. He can't even kick return. He has 2 stamina. And that's it. So we'll see. I don't even know if we're going to see Glassbones Greg today. But just know that he is here. Our real backup running back experience is going to be Devin Parker, number 30. Although I think we might see a little bit of Isaiah McKnight, too. But primarily, it'll be Squiddy Rock handling that. I return as the Chat Dynasty fullback for the 3rd consecutive year. Not a very good dev trait wheel spin for me this year, but a starting overall of 81. Pretty darn good for a fullback. Wide receiver is, oddly enough, one of the few positions that we're actually okay at. We got a real legitimate guy here in Sauce Castillo. Air Bud is going to turn into, Lord knows, the Air Bud of Montana Dynasty when this is all said and done. If he doesn't get there here in Season 1. Because, I mean... think about it with Air Bud last year. Spun a 65 overall, thought he was just going to be a kick returner, never really contribute much on offense, and then he turned into probably the player of that dynasty. Maybe with the exception being Ash, who won back-to-back Heismans. Jackson Swift in that 3 spot, gonna be he's more of a big type physical receiver. He does have pretty good speed for a guy like that. And then speaking of Madden Legends, this is one of our Madden Legends on the channel, back from building the Browns. Greg Gray, not going to be much for catching the football. He's kind of Air Bud, if you think about it. He really shouldn't catch many passes, especially here in this first year. But he's going to be a great returner. And to take a little bit of a load off of Air Bud this year, we'll have both Bud and Gray back on kickoff returns. But on punt returns, at least for right now, I'm going to stick with Greg Gray. Tight end. We actually worked out pretty well here. Beef Tank, of course, more of a blocker, but Ethan Kane going to be hopefully a really good player for us. Honestly, might be our favorite target here early. The offensive line is a trip. This left side, just fine. Boone Callahan tied for the best overall on the team with Sealy Booth and I think somebody else at 89 overall, and that's when shit gets bad. Leon Vader White, 72 overall. We don't even have a chat right guard. And then at right tackle, we have Randy Earnhardt, who is 69 overall. One might say nice, but that's not very nice to us. Left edge, don't worry about this. Both of our starting edge rushers are over here on this side. Or maybe they're not. So we're redshirting Caleb because he is so low overall, hardly better than the backups that we have. Evo for sure will start. Now, the redshirt was my decision, And you'll notice a few of those as we go through the roster here on the defensive side. But you might still make an appearance, but I do think in the team's best interest and Caleb's best interest, I think he redshirts this year, and then he will inevitably be a monster from year 2 onward. Defensive tackle, honestly, it's probably the best position group we have on defense. Xavier Knight, Berkeley Vale, just 2 big guys. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. I really don't anticipate having much of a pass rush at all. With Evo being the main guy, and then the defensive tackle's just there trying to get in the way. Bart Barper. This is our big 320-pound linebacker. I'm hoping for good things out of Bart. We shall see. This is another thing that might just surprise you a little bit. We are redshirting the Turbo Yoda. 65 overall, he got the worst wheel spin you can possibly get, but he does have elite development, so we're gonna hope that he turns into the Turbo Yoda of old. It just won't be this season. Brixton Cross, he's a linebacker. He'll be your starter at the wheel spot. Corner is a mess. Now, Easton Stone here, 84 overall to start out, gives us at least something in the secondary. Mudcat Steel is going to be all right in the long run. And then for the moment, I have Pat redshirted too, because again, and especially with Pat with the bad development trait, we're going to try and do him a little bit of a favor and at least make him, by the end of this thing, the best player that he can be. Yes. At safety, miserable wheel spin for Bonkers McCaskey. But we really don't have any other options, so he does not get redshirted. And then some guy is the best player on this defense. We're going to be asking a lot from our safety this season, especially. Kicker, bootlegger, punter is Anakin Skywalker. Those are your inaugural Vermont Sturgeon. And then when it comes to our uniforms, today we'll be rocking a pretty simple look, just white pants. But the combinations are really endless here today. Really, you know, all Dynasty long. And we only have 3 uniform sets right now. Beautiful thing is that this year I can add more as the Dynasty goes along. So you'll see all of these in varying capacities. We'll be wearing them all eventually. I don't know if you guys are going to hate the nameplate on the alternate jerseys or not, but that's what we're rocking with. So, but anyway, today it is our regular-ass home helmet. Now, I do think, as this Dynasty progresses, I think the white helmet is gonna be a little bit more common than the blue helmet. It's such a nice looking helmet. It really is. And especially when we play some night games, man, that's gonna look great. As is the light blue helmet. But we will go with this today. We will go with this. And we will also go with the white pants. So there is that. For Delaware, not much of a change for them. Blue pants, blue socks, and I'll swap their cleats to this. We are about ready for kickoff for the Vermont Sturgeon. We're not going to do a crowd theme for this one. We're just going to do the default. We'll use the crowd themes when we have some bigger games, especially some night games, some ranked opponents, things like that. That's when we'll break those things out. You can set, when you're creating your team, you can set a trigger, like a situation where these will just automatically happen. I feel like I'd rather just have control over it, and then that way I'll just plop them on whenever we want to. Well, here we go. We are underway in Vermont Sturgeon Dynasty, kicking off to start the game, and that'll be a touchback. We do get to pick the walkout music, but the real selections are kind of few and far between, so we're stuck with Seven Nation Army, at least for this season. This is also a custom stadium. There are very few options for custom stadiums in Team Builder. It looks a lot like the Big House, but I can guarantee you that it is not the Big House. Blue Hens with a football to start the game, and it's a run to the outside, taken down by some guy. I don't know what Evo just did. Jonathan Silver, who, if you remember back to Delaware coach mode, he was actually really our only good players. That swatted away Easton Stone. And already that is a big time problem. That's Mercer on the defensive line for an already weak defensive line. That ain't good. 3rd down and 4, empty backfield for Delaware. Double motion. Okay, they're going to motion 2 into the backfield. Evo got free. It's intercepted! The first turnover in Vermont Sturgeon history belongs to Bonkers McCaskey. Lurked all over that. So the offense makes their first appearance, and of course, we're going to start with a run, and it's the big fella, the big man with the football. Squiddy Rock with a gain of 3. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Delaware. Thrown, caught here, Bud staying on his feet. Had to lead that behind him. Thought I had made a mistake on the throw. Ashes 1 for 1 in her career. And the Sturgeon are down to the 13-yard line already. Touch pass, Sauce Castillo. Around the edge, got 1 block. Didn't get the second. Turns into just a gain of 2. Kept hoping that we were going to pick up that block we needed to score there, but not the case. 2nd down, and hey, that is a wide open Kane down to the 1-yard line. And the Sturgeon pounded in after the turnover. A little over a yard to go. We got a 3-man front here, and the fullback in. Off to the left side. And Squiddy Rock with the first touchdown in Vermont history from 1 yard out. Well, couldn't have dreamed of a much better start. Get the turnover, and really didn't have much resistance on our way into the end zone. We're sure he's not a lineman. No, he can't block worth shit. And the first extra point attempt for Bootlegger is up and good. 7-0 Vermont. Well, very, very good. Let's see if I can't force a return here from Delaware. I think that'll get the job done. Hopefully we don't regret this. So from the goal line and out. So breaking some tackles here. Still only out to the 18-yard line. So not too bad. Taken down by Clint Summers. You might ask me, who's Clint Summers? I have no idea. Mercer is back on the left side. Evo's having a time. That is Jonathan Silver. Maybe I need to not user Evo. Maybe that's the way to go. Did the Tigers do anything else? First down for Delaware. No, we have not. All right. Oh, delayed handoff. Taken down. Jonathan Silver again. He's probably going to get a heavy workload today, even though they do have an all-right quarterback in Miniucci. And he's back to fire. He'll scramble and fire over his target. It'll be 3rd down and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Evo's players doing some weird things. Oh, there's a great move! Oh, big hit on the quarterback. And that'll force 4th down. So still without a sack, but that's a big impact play. And the first punt of the night. Inside the 20, I'm going to let this go all the way into the end zone. So the first full field drive for the Sturgeon, already up 7-0. From the 20. Ash scrambling, got to get rid of that. Edge not set. That'll be Ash's first incompletion, but it's a smart incompletion. Now here's Rock. Right up the gut. Well, trucking doesn't exactly work when you got to try and get through the massive humanity that was in there. I was going to try and tee up the middle linebacker. That didn't wind up going how I wanted it to. Ash on the scramble. Watch out. Oh, needed a block there from Rock, and Rock went to the second level. Uh-oh. Well, the injury is on Delaware. I'm just glad that Squiddy Rock blocked at all. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised. Looking at you, Pat. Good to see that the spin on the punt return is back. And all right, starting field position for the Delaware Blue Hens at their own 34 this time. From the 34-yard line, it is Silver to the left. He'll cut it back. And that's a face mask on Bricks and Cross. No good there. That puts Delaware up near midfield. And in fact, across midfield. Miniucci back to throw again. Evo can't get free. That's wide open on the drag. And a first down for Delaware to their own, or rather our 34-yard line. It's their first completed pass. That's out wide. Oh, it was there. Thank you. That is 36, Bart Barper. Making up for a missed tackle there. It's still a loss of 1. That I thought was going to turn into an unfortunate gain for Delaware. Evo broke free. That's underneath. Bricks and Cross there to force 3rd down and long. Hard to say what field goal range is for Delaware. Oh, it's a direct snap. Didn't get much. And in fact, they got none. Dead center of the field, and apparently field goal range is not the 32-yard line, because from the 32, Delaware is set to punt. Out of bounds at the 8. A long field for the Sturgeon. Put the ball in the hands of the big man, and here he goes. Squiddy Rockford, they'll give him 8 yards. That's already more trucks than the rock that we had at running back in Vermont, or Montana Dynasty. Touch pass, Sauce Castillo, there's a move. And up to the 25. Second catch for Sauce Castillo, both on touch passes. Keeping it nice and simple here with the offense. There's Air Bud. Spin move, first down, and another flag. And I think it might be a Delaware face mask this time. And it is. So we'll take that. That's after the play. I did see that. He was involved in the Rutschman trade. Dude was a Tiger since like 2018, or at least in the organization since 2018. He's played on 3 teams in a week. Well, he's been a part of 3 teams over the course of a week. Not much there for Squiddy Rock. The averages, not very good. Yeah, they have such a problem at catcher, and yet they traded both catchers. Short little curl, knocked away from Air Bud. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to tell myself I can call more curls. Ash scrambling, gonna throw back across the middle. That's Kane. Shy of the first down, a 57-yard field goal try. The first in the career of Bootlegger. Oh, God. Shield your eyes. That was good. Oops. To be fair, remember last year when we ended Montana? That meter never moved that fast for us. And here's Jonathan Silver, broken or missed tackle. And all the way down to the 29, and here comes Delaware. Late stages, first quarter. And off the missed field goal attempt, the Blue Hens are all over us. There's a broken tackle. Mudcat Steele couldn't wrap up. 2nd down and inches. Not sending a lot of pressure. Maybe this is the bad time to do it. Motion. It's the running back, Silver. Actually, I don't think that was Silver. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Even though it's Delaware, I am impressed with what our defense has been able to do so far. And it's a little comeback screen. Didn't get it. Bricks and cross. Big tackle, and Evo is down. Uh-oh. And they're going to go for it on 4th and inches as well. Not a love of this. Here we go. And a handoff. Not going to get it. It's Bart. Just some bruised ribs for Evo. He will be able to return. Only got one guy over there on Sauce Castillo. Sauce going to be wide open, and unfortunately, that ball was intended to be a little bit closer to the sideline. But the pressure on Ash, a little bit underthrown, had to get rid of it quicker. Here's Rock. And Rock with some blocks. Oh, look at him explode to midfield. I'm going to get that man a cheeseburger. Need him bigger. They probably did, yes. Inside a minute to go in the first. Here goes Rock again. He can't spin. So, like, he can, but he's not very good at it. We've had worse, though. Could be the final play of the quarter. Ash got hit before that ball could get to Rock, and this offensive line proving to be a little bit of a trip. Thrown, caught, Sauce couldn't get there. Thought we had a block, but she's fine. Now we'll punt at the start of quarter 2. Well, the first punt in the career of Anakin Skywalker. We'll see if he can pin Delaware deep. Yes, he can. That'll be inside the 5. No, whoa. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Evo back on the field, bruised ribs and all. Good protection. That didn't get a whole lot, putting the ball in harm's way for 2 yards. 28 pass yards for Miniucci. Motion, pre-snap, that's thrown. Oh, Mudcat was over there. Couldn't do it. Little shoulder shimmy, and it's 3rd down. I am also so out of practice in this game. I am ass. Went for the tackle a little bit too early. We weren't close enough. 3rd down and 2. Back to throw. Off his back foot, and you just can't let that happen. On an underthrown ball. Receiver with a great adjustment, and Delaware is up to midfield. New quarter, new Blue Hens team. Oh, that's thrown. That's wide open. There's 11 more to the 39. Delaware has been to this spot onto the field, but they haven't done much of anything after getting there, as Evo is just not in the game right now. Hand off, nothing. Berkeley Vale. First big play for our big defensive tackle. Now more motion. It's a touch pass going backwards again. Mercer catches Graves in the backfield. It's 3rd and 14. From the 42. Deep drop. Miniucci, space to scramble. Big hit. That's cross. And it'll be another Delaware punt. So they punted from the 32 and the 30. And this looks like a touchback. Oh! It isn't. Holy coffin corner. You can't punt a ball any better than that. And here's Rock just for some breathing room out to the 3. Right, smack dab on the 3. Here goes Rock again. He cuts it back. Squiddy Rock. First down to the 14. 9 carries for Rock. Would like to keep that in check for the most part. And now play action, first down. That's a big block there from Rock. Ash wanted to take off, and then Sauce just kind of escaped. Should have kept running when I first saw it. I was waiting to set it up better, and then he ran away. Thrown, that's caught, it's Kane. First down, Vermont. Ash off to a 9 of 12 start. Not really taking many deep shots. Probably not what we want to do at this stage. Wasn't ready to have the truck stick there because I thought we were going to have a block, but turns out we did not. So now 2nd down. Ash on the scramble. Not going to get the first down. Late hit much, but... Oh! The dynamic weather that we have here makes an appearance. It's now raining, and it's Parker to pick up the first down. Sauce Castillo now goes down. We're losing all of our good players. Rock is back in. From the 37, here goes Squiddy Rock. Big hole. He's got the first. A bruised knee. Come on, Sauce. I never know how to actually run this play. I'm going to see if I can do it. Nope. No, I very well can't. That was supposed to be a reverse. Clearly, I hit the wrong button. Well, we don't have to be scared of screen passes here in Dynasty like we do in Road to Glory. That's Rock out there, but the blocks are bad. Maybe we do. And it's 3rd down and 19. Looking for Greg Gray. Oh, Greg Gray's got it, but not enough. Only to the 45. Not so certain this is a great idea here, but here goes Rock. Oh, he's going to get it. Shrugged off the first tackle, and the Vermont drive stays alive. Now Ash play action, rolling out and immediately pressured. Gonna have to throw that in the direction of the tent. Yeah, so then maybe that's it. Maybe we wrote every screen to the left side. Not R1 on the screen button this time. It's caught. It's Parker. Parker! To the 34, leaves 3rd and 3. Oh, what? Let me! It's me in the game. Why is that happening? The fullback. Oh, with a truck and a first down. 6-yard gain. The best Vermont's looked in a minute. Ash on the scramble, gonna get what she can, and well, I meant to slide, but a dive with no contact will work. 5th rush of the day for Ash, 17 yards, and I'm in the backfield again. Oh, well, then I'm in trouble. For week 1, there's certainly a lot of attrition going on between these two teams. Ash back to throw. It's Greg Gray. A little bit of a high throw, but Gray down to the 10. Ash will cross over 100 yards passing. 2nd catch for Greg Gray. And now from the 10. Ash on the scramble. Nothing there. Touchdown, Vermont. Yeah, tough to say there's any complaints with how Ash has played thus far. 2:10 to go before halftime, and it's a 2-touchdown lead. That was an 8-minute, almost 9-minute drive. Goodness. Oh, you'll get a lot better. 2-E this time. Vermont owning just about every stat you can. And a handoff, bouncing. That's a pickup of 4 yards. It'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. 45 yards on 9 carries for Silver. Still having a better day is Squiddy Rock Jr. Not Junior, Squiddy Rock. That's Papa Rock there. And a handoff. Silver couldn't find the hole. He only gets a yard. Blue Hens hurry to the line here. At some point, they're going to have to find the passing game. Knight got thrown and a sack. First in Vermont history, it's Berkeley Vale. We'll have to spend a timeout to get the ball back here. By the way, we didn't even touch on it. Yes, Biff Poggi is our head coach, at least here in the early going. Or at least my best attempt at Biff Poggi. Greg Gray on the punt return. Oh, cut that back just a little bit too soon. And it didn't work, so not going to be able to run the ball. Who? The legend, Pip Poggi. Ash on the scramble, going to fire it up. Got Kane! Maybe an ill-advised pass, but Vermont in business. I'm going to send Swift deep. Hopefully clear out one of those safeties on the triple slant. Over the middle. That's Greg Gray. Gray with a move, and he's down to the 25. Plenty of time for the Sturgeon to end this half exactly the way we wanted to. Ash stepping up. Gonna fire. Got caught as she did. And it'll be second down. Gray's getting a lot more plays than I certainly would have anticipated. Yeah. There's their bud right at the sticks. Oh! He's inside the 10! Playbook open for the Sturgeon here with 2 timeouts. Oh, God, it's still me in the backfield. I was hoping it was Rock. Anyway, to the goal line! Touchdown, Sturgeon! Just before the half. A little bit worried about that getting reviewed, but that looks to me like, even if it did, that would stand. Just 10 seconds to go in the half. It is 21-0. Delaware with an unfortunate injury on the extra point. So Bootlegger will send it away. Correct, yes. Yeah, hopefully I'm able to add some. I kind of want to let them happen, you know, organically. That's at least my hope, is that I will add them as we go. Hopefully the game works that way. Well, not much on that. And the Blue Hens will take it to halftime. They're in hurry up, but they're not going to get it off. 21-0 Vermont after one half. Well, bad news for Delaware is that they kick off to start the half, and we're going to bring this one out with Greg Gray. Bouncing around, didn't quite make the 25. Yeah, Notre Dame, Florida. Parker starts the second half in the backfield. Still have no idea what's up with Squiddy Rock, and here goes Parker! First down to the 35. I'm back to my true fullback position here. Can I get a block? Not really. The trade deadline has passed, but we could still be seeing some moves made. I haven't seen anything about Casey Meisner. That would be a bizarre trade if that is a real thing. Here's Parker again, and the offensive line got in the way. And that, okay, it very much popped up. That is a real thing. Ace Mize. Ace Mize is gone. San Diego? What? Screen pass. Here's Parker. Got a block, and here goes Parker. Down the right side to the 41. No indications on the return yet. That is just breaking right now. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me for San Diego. Like, unless they're gonna sign him. I mean, the Tigers have... Their starting rotation is about to look a whole hell of a lot different. Jackson Job's making rehab starts. Reese Olson's probably done for the year. Might as well be at this stage, but we've got him to look forward to getting back. So, I really don't mind it. Like, Mize I was a little indifferent on. Like, as a player, I would have loved to keep him, but if we were to lose Mize, it's like, okay. There is always that. Yeah, there we go. It's just to pull the Jack Flaherty and re-sign both Skubal and Mize. Fuck it. Maybe they already have an agreement. And it was all an elaborate plan to get us more players. Here's Parker again. Slow burn of a run drive for Vermont here in amongst the Casey Mize news. Ash back to pass. That is Bud. First down to the 15. Fourth catch of the night for Air Bud. Ash nearing 200 yards on 18 of 23. And here is Parker again. Down to the 7. I'm really glad I did the stripes field, but I didn't quite get it right. I can see a gap between the 5-yard line and that stripe there. It's a pitch play. It's me. I can't juke, and I'm down at the 2. And now Parker is in the game on 1st and goal. And a handoff. Oh, just down to the 1. So this drive will continue. Going to be pushing at least 6 minutes on our opening drive of the second half. Parker, touchdown Vermont. It's all coming up Sturgeon right now. This is the kind of performance we needed to have to really go into week 2, which we're doing tomorrow, and really go into that game thinking that we have any realistic chance at beating what is most likely to be a ranked SMU team. They'll bring it out of the end zone and hardly make the 15-yard line. So I wonder if the return's going to be okay then. Obviously, Workman's not gonna add a lot of value to that, but Gage has a little value. Handoff. Out wide. That's a loss. Second and 13, Miniucci back again. Deep drop, that's out of the backfield on the Texas route. 11 of 15 all of a sudden for Miniucci. Didn't he start this game 0 of 4? Third down and 4. And it's a screen pass, and it's going to get blown up. Bricks and Cross all over that. 3 and out for Delaware. And it is Greg Gray back to return the punt. Gray with a spin, and he's inside the 50. Onto the Delaware side of the field. We got a lot of narco. That was not the plan. I left most of this shit on random. There's Parker again. Injury on the Delaware side again. On the bright side, Delaware's got more injuries than we have. We've probably taken bigger ones, but still. Counter run, Parker could not get skinny enough. Given that it's 3rd down, I want to try this. QB sneaks are going to be so hard with this new meter deal. You pretty much have to perfect it. Ash did not get it. So QB sneaks are going to be few and far between, probably. It's actually Beef Tank in at fullback. And here he goes. 1st down. Three-yard rush for the tight end, given that I'm having to play running back at the moment. Ash throws on the run. That's Kane. 1st down again. 19 of 24. Not much for deep balls today, but that's all right. Gonna need that safety to make a choice. Ash on the scramble. That'll be 1st and goal. Down to the 7. Pretty balanced offense as well. Damn near the same amount of pass yards and rush yards. And here I go to the 4. See if Ash can get a touchdown pass here. Obviously, the preferred target would be Air Bud, and it missed everybody. 3rd and goal. Parker on the outside run, juke to the middle, down to the 1-yard line. Could have an odd angle field goal try, or we try and pound this in with Beef Tank. From the 1, and he's got it. Touchdown Sturgeon. Damn, my field stripes. That one at the between the 5 and the 10 is off by like half a yard. Oops. Well, we'll only have to suffer through one season with it. I'll fix it eventually. Although some people have said that even if you go and make that change and then just download it, some things can change before the off season where it asks you if you want to refresh your team builder branding. Return to the 19, 3:13 to go in the 3rd. It is now 35-0 Vermont. A lifeless Delaware offense today. Oh! Might have been a little bit of a hit there. Oh, quick throw. Oh, what a catch. Had Stone draped all over him. Didn't matter. And the double motion. Play action. Thrown downfield. Incomplete. to the 32. Or from the 32. They'll swing it out wide. That's to the outside. Oh, what a move he just put on. I don't even know who that was that just got juked out of their shoes. First down, Delaware to the 40. Handoff. Bouncing. Big hit. That was Guy. Some guy has had a quiet night, but overall, can't be too upset about it. And another handoff, and that's going nowhere. In fact, backwards a yard. Berkeley Vale on top of that. Miniucci, back, scrambles, what a throw on the run, and it's first and goal. Misplayed down there. Last play of the quarter, and it's a run, it's a pitch, out wide, and there goes the shutout. Touchdown Blue Hens, Jonathan Silver. Yeah, you definitely wanted it. I feel like if we could shut out a bad Delaware team, then maybe our offense can do enough against SMU, man. I don't know. Probably just bring this out here to get us to the fourth quarter. Greg Gray from the goal line. And Greg Gray, the blocks that didn't hold up in the middle. We will head to the fourth. All Vermont still. Fourth quarter begins. Starters are out here in a 35-7 game, at least whatever starters are left. This feels like late stages Montana here with me getting carries. Is out wide. There's a move. That's Parker to the 42. Still haven't been able to really open up the deep pass in our offense today. Oh, God. Never stood a chance. Oh, but a flag. Oh, had the easy sack, but a face mask penalty instead. Third face mask penalty combined between these two teams in the game. Here's Parker. Nada. Stay at the 50. Got some curls. Oh, it's Kane. Oh, here goes Kane. Long touchdown. 50 yards. Should never happen on a curl, but it did. First career touchdown for Ethan Kane. On a little bit of a low ball, too. And that was all she wrote. You had a big man try and dive at the big man. To no avail. Sixth catch of the night for Kane, over 100 yards receiving. Extra point good to make it 42-7. Now remember, and I don't think this is going to be the case with this team, especially with given how bad our defense is. Remember last year with Vermont, we didn't think we were going to stand up against Alabama, Notre Dame, any of those good teams that we played in year one of Montana, but we wound up doing so mainly because of the good players on this team, and that is, well, could have been worse. They do have the backup in. But, no, this team just doesn't have enough stars to truly compete here. I don't think with the better teams on our schedule. We're killing Delaware, but gotta keep our expectations tapered a little bit. Evo's back! Why is Evo back? 3rd down and 7. Thrown and broken tackle. And a 1st down for Delaware. Nick Tyree. I didn't even notice. But literally though, why are you back? Oh, Mudcat steal. Yeah, but I didn't read the name. I've been using various guys on the D-line all game. Thrown and caught. Had Stone, that's our one useful corner, draped all over him. It didn't matter. That's why I just think there's just those indications, man, that we're not going to be very good. I'm clearly doing something wrong. It's like the 3rd time I've dove ridiculously comical with Evo. 4th down, we're going for it. Running football plays. Nearly intercepted by Mudcat. So the Sturgeon will take over. Parker gets 7. Don't really need to. Now Rock's back. What are we doing out here? Guys have missed the whole game. Wide open on that. It's Greg Gray. 1st down. 264 now for us. 2 touchdowns. On 21 of 27. Rock took half of the game off. And now Squiddy Rock is back. There he goes. 1st and goal. 13th carry, 80 yards. Maybe that's how we manage the wear and tear nonsense. Rock again, this time to the outside. It didn't stand much of a chance until he got help. He was going to bulldoze him all the way to the end zone. There wasn't really much of a doubt about that. Now it is Rock. Yeah. Touchdown, Vermont. Yeah, honestly. Who needs the juke move, the spin move when you're like 320 pounds? 49-7. Kind of amazed that Delaware section is still as full as it is over there. They'll take an E with 7:15 to go. Vermont going to improve to 1-0 on the year. They'll go to the screen. So far, a successful one. Still running plays, damn it. Back to throw. Off his back foot. It's, oh, nearly intercepted. Juan Harvey, one of the backups, nearly. I mean, if he gets that, he's gone. And they'll throw back, set up a screen, and cross. I mean, it was a last-ditch effort. 1st down, Blue Hens to the 41-yard line. Their backup quarterback, Trujillo, I'm assuming, is 6 of 8 to start. That's thrown and caught. Oh, my goodness. Down to the 40. Oh, Evo was coming in real strong there. But instead, it's a swing pass taken down by Bart Barper. Loss of 4. Sturgeon will head on the road to take on a potentially ranked SMU team tomorrow night on the channel. Mudcats still a little bit banged up. 77 passing yards for Trujillo. Oh, well, I finally thought I made a good play with Evo. We took the wrong guy. Down to the 2. Now hand off, and that is a Delaware touchdown. Diving at the goal line is a real viable thing, it feels like, in this year's game. I'm sure it opens you up to turning the ball over a little bit more, but some of these guys get height on this shit. Leg cramps for Evo. We don't need to see him back out onto the field. He's been banged up 2 separate times today. And on the return, and with under 4 to play, is Greg Gray. He'll make it to the 19. And now the Sturgeon just look to end it. Here's Rock. It feels like, as he does cross over 100 yards today, that first man, if you're taking him on just head on like that, doesn't stand a chance. He's too big. Here's Rock again. And, oh, had a block up there from Jackson Swift. That nearly worked out. Should have been in chew clock this whole time, but get this inside of 240. And it'll be Jackson Swift with a move. He got 2. To leave 3rd and 2. Yeah, I saw that there's visible flags on the field. I thought that was a nice touch. Like, it's a very nothing thing, but that's pretty cool detail. I only say it's cool detail because I really don't think there's ever been a game that does that. 3rd down and 2. Really seal the deal here. Got some blocks downfield. There goes Rock. To the 22. That is going to wrap this one up. No timeouts as things stand for Delaware. And there will not be any. Yes. For the memes and the memes alone, you got Glassbones Greg and Bootlegger taking the knee. I really don't know if there's anything that can go wrong on kneel down, so hopefully it's a pretty nothing thing. One more knee down will be required. 49-14 in our debut. We'll head on the road for week number 2 to take on the SMU Mustangs tomorrow night.